All right, let's look at integrating x squared over 5 minus x cubed. So the big thing here is to realize that we are going to have to do some form of u sub. Uh, what tells us this is obviously that if we go from 3 to 2 with the exponents, that's a good indication that we're probably going to have to do some u sub. So it's important to realize, hey, what techniques can I use on a question like this and why? Not just to say, hey, look, he's doing this, so I'll just do this. Okay, so I'm going to say u is 5 minus x cubed. So when I take the derivative of this, I'm going to get negative 3x squared. So du equals negative 3x squared dx. And why are we so happy about this? Because we can see that we have an x squared, and here we have an x squared. Really, I should be saying x squared dx, right? So we have two x squareds dx's. So what I'm going to do, just to make it a little easier on the eyes, we're going to divide through by negative 3. So du over negative 3 equals x squared dx. And so now I can do some u sub here. So let me see if I can make this a little smaller. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is, this will be my friend, we're going to go ahead and substitute it. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1 over u du over negative 3. Now, just to be super clear here, what I'm doing is taking x squared dx, right, and we're replacing it. Actually, let me write it here. We're taking x squared dx and we're replacing it with du over negative 3. So this x squared dx is becoming du over negative 3. Okay? So from here, what I can do is, let me go ahead and factor out the negative 1/3. So I'm left with this. And we all know what 1 over u du, we saw that in the last video. So the final answer is going to be negative 1/3 natural log u plus c, except we're not solving for u, we're solving for x, so we have to replace u with 5 minus x squared. So this becomes a negative 1/3 natural log 5 minus x squared plus c. My memory holds correctly. 5 minus x cubed, there's our issue, plus c. So there we have it. And there's our answer. Now, one little comment that I wanted to make, I did this on the last video as well, that I wanted to point out, is we said earlier that we're defining the integration of 1 over x dx as the natural log x plus c. So in the first one, when we multiplied by 5, we just wrote 5 times natural log plus c, but technically, we're kind of saying this, right? The reason why it's okay to leave it as such is, remember, c can be anything. So here, this is like a c1, so this becomes 5 times c1, which we then can rewrite as just a general c. And I'm applying the same idea on this one. So that's a little bit excessive, and you don't necessarily need to do that, but just to show the degree of consistency with these sorts of problems, I wanted to show that. So hopefully this makes sense. Let me know. See you in the next math video.